from the two picks last week against Jacksonville. Mahomes, though, he has been locked in all season. He's been one of the most impressive quarterbacks to watch. So how are the Patriots going to contain this Chiefs high-flying offense? Because they can attack you so many different ways.
Yeah. Contain, I think they definitely have the work cut out for them. I'm not sure if you can stop this offense. You can definitely try to slow them down. Like you said, they have too many weapons. They got so much speed on that side of football. Travis Kelce, Tyreek Evans, my boy Sammy Watkins over there is emerging, is playing well for him. And then Kareem Hunt, you still have to worry about that problem of getting the run game going. So I think that the Patriots defense has their work cut out for them, man. This is going to be a long day. This is going to be a high-scoring, offensive, shoot-'em-out game.
You mentioned Travis Kelce, and those linebackers, they struggled to limit. Eric Ebron had such a big game. Yeah. I think Travis Kelce is going to do the same thing. That's Mahomes' favorite guy. He always goes to him.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you talk about just the type of weapons that this KC offense has, it's the kind of offense that gives New England problems. You know, you talked about Detroit. Detroit was able to use their tight ends, use their running backs out the field. Look, most of the time, when you have an offense that has those kind of tools and weapons, as a defense, you should know how to stop that. So New England having Gronk, you would think those guys should know how to cover tight ends and backs out the backfield.
Yes.
But for some reason, they struggle with it. And I always say, if you're going to do something, you better know how to stop it. And I don't know if this New England defense can stop all the weapons that KC has. It's just so many of those guys, and they're playmakers.
Yeah, and it'll be a schematic thing to see. I mean, it's 11 as far as Belichick is concerned, but you're going to have solid individual performances. Linebacker Kyle Van Noy is playing some decent football this year. Stephon Gilmore playing much better this year at this point of the season than he was last year when these teams first met. And he had a really rocky start to his tenure in New England, but then turned it around, and I feel like the way that he played in the postseason, you remember that ball that he knocked away to seal the AFC Championship game, kind of continued right into this season. So you hope that he can kind of, I don't want to say lock down a side of the field, but you hope that you can get this kind of performance that you've seen from him early on, and Belichick gave the guy major props this week.
Yeah, Mahomes, he has all the tools. I mean, he's got the arm strength, he has the wheels, he has the head for it, and you think about, there's probably no better head coach to be paired with him to really showcase his skill set than Andy Reid. The one thing that I'm looking at too, Trey Flowers going up against Eric Fisher. That could be a problem because Eric Fisher had some problems there in Denver. So that's one thing to sort of to keep an eye on.
And also for a defensive line and front seven, anytime you feel like you always second guessing yourself for a split second. Like if you have to just think for a split second because that ball just reverses going this way, reverses going that way. We got play action. We got all kinds of things that it's basically window dressing to confuse the defense and make them feel like I don't have a clear shot to the quarterback or I can't just focus in on the passing game. Anytime you have that, that's a problem for defense coordinators.
Yeah. So Patrick Mahomes, I mean, last week we saw what he was able to do against Jacksonville, and we spent the entire weekend being like, oh, you know, #1 offense against #1 defense, you know.
Who was going to crack, and we saw as far as that goes that the #1 offense did not back down. I mean, we weren't sitting here saying they were going to shut them down.
No.
You said, now we get to see. This is the litmus test. And the ghost of Mike Robb is sitting on my shoulder right now saying, it's early season, Kansas City. We don't have the tape yet on Andy Reid. Check back later in the season. But just the way that they're rolling right now, it's tough to see them slowing down at any point anytime soon.
I just think about that first game of the season last year when Kansas City, that was the last time they played in Foxborough, and they went in and just blew out the Patriots. And everybody was like, oh, my God, are they done now? So it's always a good game between these two. We know Belichick will have something up his sleeve for the 23-year-old Mahomes. The last 8 times a quarterback with 10 or fewer starts has played the Patriots, it hasn't gone so well. The young quarterbacks are 0-8, throwing for 176 yards per game, more touchdowns than picks, but none of those quarterbacks were Patrick Mahomes. This is a different ball game this time around, so we'll see how that turns.